But when Irish eyes are smiling, sure it's like an Irish spring. In the county Wexford, sweeping o'er the land, with my cousin, young Arthur McBride, drunk or sober, routed the redcoats through old Castle Bar. That's the way of the mind, me folks. I do it each day in the morn, when there's moonlight in Mayo. And this concludes another chapter of a medley of Irish songs by some Irish writer. Perhaps we'll continue that next year. Welcome to another Purblind Gamer stream. And I hope that everybody is doing well and has been having a good St. Patrick's Day. As I continually try to readjust my setup. Mine's been pretty decent. Even though I've got a bunch of stuff I should be worrying about. But I try not to. Inordinately. Yeah, at least it's still the weekend. And thank you to everybody who came out to my last couple of streams. On yesterday, we played more of Haunted PS1 demo disc. 2021. That's very important. There are multiple Haunted PS1 demo discs out there. And before that, we played... Alright, we finally finished Doom 64, which I suppose was a bit of an anticlimactic ending, considering how many invulnerability artifacts they gave us. Oh well. The lead up to the final boss was pretty fun. And yeah, plan is still to go ahead with Doom 64, Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil next stream. But tonight we're going back to continue the Ben Jordan series. We had taken a stab at Ben Jordan Case 4 before on my last, was it my streamiversary? I can't remember. Hey, Stock, happy St. Patrick's Day. How are you doing tonight? But whatever, we ran into computer troubles and we didn't. It was late anyway, so we'll hopefully be able to finish that without any problems this time. And then, assuming there's time, we'll finish Nancy Drew. Secrets Can Kill. Had more time and more mental capacity to devote to it, I would have figured out some special Irish game to play for St. Patrick's Day, but perhaps next year. There's always next year, assuming I'm still alive and still streaming next year, assuming Twitch hasn't gone under, assuming, let's not assume. Let's just switch to a nice horror game. Yes. There. That's slightly better. Oh yeah, I went ahead and started the game up and have it beginning the intro. London, England, office of Percival Quentin Jones, 5:45 a.m. Oh, Mr. Jordan, you've arrived at last. Please come in and take a seat. Thanks, Professor Jones. Please, call me Percival. I must apologize for my rudeness back at Smailholm, Mr. Jordan. You must understand that I have never been one to believe in the paranormal. I understand completely. It's extremely difficult to be taken seriously in this line of work. I'm just glad you've decided to give me a chance. Yes, well, although your find isn't legitimately accepted, I have to admit I was impressed with your detective skills. Or field, excuse me. Now then, according to Scotland Yard, you provided all your information on the Smailholm case, so we can finally put that bad business behind us. I trust you've been enjoying your stay in London. Yes, it's a really nice place. I haven't been able to take in as many sights as I'd have liked, but... Odd. I wasn't expecting any visitors. Come in. Good day. I hope I'm not interrupting anything. I'm looking for a Mr. Ben Jordan. That's me, sir. Ah, good. I was told I might find you here. May I ask who you are and what your business you have with Mr. Jordan? Oh, of course. How rude of me. My name is... Oops. I've been seeking the assistance of Mr. Jordan, as we've had a recent problem with paranormal activities. Well, that's what I'm here for. Let me guess. Ghosts, right? Oh, well, yes, but you see, it's not just your garden variety ghost. Our building has a bit of a sinister history behind it, which sets it apart from other haunted places. Oh, do tell. There have been many versions told throughout the years, but the most famous tale happened on a cold, foggy night back in 1843. Francisco Gonzalez presents Ben Jordan, Paranormal Investigator, in Case 4, Horror at number 50.
Oh, my feet are killing me. I need to find a place to rest or I'm likely to drop dead where I stand. Damn this fog, I can't see a thing. London's not what it used to be, that's what I can tell you. Why, when I was a young man... Now's not the time for your stories. We need to find some place to bed down for the night. Any ideas? This place looks as good as any. Look, there's even a "To Let" sign on the front door. All we need is to find a way in. This window down here looks like it's been left open. Come over here and give me a hand with it. Hey, Grey White Knoll, the Sticky Bandits. Formerly the Wet Bandits. I've searched the entire house. All the doors are locked. Well, that just leaves this one then. It's unlocked. Good, I'm absolutely exhausted. Well, this room will do. There aren't any beds, but I've slept on worse surfaces than stone floors. This'll be absolute murder on me back, but I suppose if it's all we've got, it's better than the streets. Did you just hear something? I didn't hear anything. It's quiet as the grave in this place. Listen, it sounds like someone is coming up the stairs. Well, I thought this place was deserted. I thought so too, but... It sounds like someone's outside the door. What in God's name is that? The next morning, a police officer found the dead sailor impaled on the front gate. Upon entering the house, he found the other sailor huddled in the corner. He had gone completely mad and died a few days later. But what was it they saw? No one knows for certain. Everyone has always just referred to it as the horror. So this horror has been giving you trouble and you want me to take a look around the house. Yes, something like that. Will you take the case? Sure, sounds right up my alley. Excellent. I shall arrange for a taxi to collect you and take you to the number 50 tomorrow afternoon. I look forward to seeing you there. Now, if you shall excuse me, I have some things to attend to. Good day. Goodbye, Mr. Miggs. Good day, Mr. Miggs. So, I suppose you're actually going to investigate this so-called horror? Sure, I don't see why not. Are you sure this Miggs fellow can be trusted? I know this all seems like a bunch of nonsense to you, Professor Jones, but in my line of work, you have to take leaps of faith.
Very well. I wish you luck. You have my mobile number, correct?
Yeah, I wrote it down here somewhere.
Do not hesitate to contact me if you need anything.
I won't. By the way, do you think you could do me a favor? I have a few items with me that are valuable, and I don't want to take them to the house with me. Could I leave them with you?
Of course, Mr. Jordan. I shall make sure your valuables are kept safe.
Well then, I guess I'd better go get some rest. I've got a big day ahead for me tomorrow.
Good evening, Mr. Jordan.
Oh, and do be careful. But I'm doing okay, thanks. How are you, Great White Knoll?
The following afternoon.
So this is the infamous number 50. Doesn't look so scary to me. This case should be easy for once.
Hello, are you Mr. Miggs?
No, the name's Ben Jordan, but I'm waiting for Mr. Miggs too.
Pleasure to meet you, Ben. I'm Simon Booth. May I ask what business you have with Mr. Miggs?
Happy St. Patrick's Day to you too, Great White Knoll. I'm a paranormal investigator. He's contacted me because he says there's been some ghost-like activity in his house recently.
Why, that old devil.
Pardon me, Mr. Miggs contacted me for that reason. I only just spoke to him over the telephone yesterday. You see, I'm a ghost hunter. The stories of number 50 have interested me for quite some time, but there's been no activity for years. So naturally, I jumped at that chance when Miss Miggs rang me for this case. Well then, I guess we'll be working together. Funny, I wonder why Miggs didn't just tell us he was hiring more than one person. Oh, Mr. Jordan, Mr. Booth, I'm so glad you've arrived. Please do come in. After you. Now then, I'd like to thank you all for showing up. Although I must apologize for not mentioning that I called on more than one person earlier. You see, I have searched for paranormal investigators with unique talents, each one valuable to the case at hand. I shall now introduce everyone. Please, tell us all something about yourself when I call your name. First we have Miss Alice Wilkins from Sacramento, California, USA. Oh, hi. I'm a student at Harvard where I major in parapsychology. I contacted Mr. Miggs when I heard the story of number 50, and he asked me if I'd be interested in investigating it, and here I am. Thank you, Miss Wilkins. Now, we'll move on to Mr. Simon Booth from Birmingham, England. Well, I'm a professional ghost hunter. I believe in using technological devices to help detect ghosts, things like infrared goggles and the like. I've never actually seen conclusive proof of ghosts, but I've stumbled across some promising leads. Next we have Madam Tilly Rosenquist from right here in London. Thank you, Mr. Miggs. I am one of the few in this world gifted with the second sight and known as a true seer. I have over 50 years of experience speaking with the dead, and I hope to make more contact in this house. Oh, I can already feel tremendous amounts of psychic energy emanating from its walls. From Monheim, Germany, we have Mr. Otto Schneider. Hello. Care to tell us a bit about yourself? Not really, no. I don't like talking about myself. Very well. Finally, we have Mr. Ben Jordan from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, USA. Please tell us about yourself. I'm Ben Jordan, paranormal investigator. I haven't been working as one for very long, but I've solved 3 cases so far. I investigated the skunk ape in the Florida Everglades, the lost galleon of the Salton Sea in California, and a dark witch cult in Smailholm, Scotland. And now here I am, hoping to add to my case list. Well then, now that you all know who everyone is, it's time I took my leave. You'll each find a room upstairs, which has been prepared for your comfort. I've left instructions on how to contact me should the need arise in each of your rooms. Good luck, and farewell. Bit of an odd duck, that. So, now what? Well, I don't know about you, dear girl, but I am absolutely exhausted. I will be having a nap in my room. I too will be going to my room. Those two certainly are eager, aren't they? I'm going to start exploring this place. Are either of you up for joining me? I think I'll pass for now. I've still got jet lag, and the idea of a quick nap is sounding better and better. Fair enough. What about you, Ben? You go on ahead, Simon. I'll catch up. Alright then, let's get this investigation started. A rug. You see no reason to look under the rug at the moment. Exactly, Great White Knoll, and now people begin to die. Well, maybe give it a few minutes. We'll look at the books later. Voice from the room says, "Come in." Ah, Mr. Jordan, how may I help you? Would you mind if we talked about some things? Not at all. What exactly are you researching? Currently, I'm trying to collect as much outside information as I can on this house. There are so many conflicting reports on the paranormal activity here over the years. I want to make sure I've read them all. You're very thorough. I feel one has to know their enemy before going into battle. It makes it easier to identify their weaknesses. You'd make a great general. That is quite amusing, Mr. Jordan. What's your impression of the... Oh, I do not speak about people when they are not in my presence, but I will say that Mr. Miggs has chosen a fascinating group of people. I think... Ah, shoot. I gotta just let it run naturally and not click or I'll miss stuff. Sorry. Tell me about yourself. As I said earlier, I do not like talking about myself. If a situation arises where some personal detail needs to be divulged, then I will be glad to comply. However, right now my life is not relevant to the investigation. I'll let you get back to your work. Alright. I'm afraid I have no time for small talk, Mr. Jordan. I'm busy researching the case. Unless there was something specific you wanted to talk about. No, I'll just look around your room. How do I know that my room doesn't have one of those? Searching on his laptop. Good thing this place has internet. The books are all in German. Oops. Suppose we should go find our room. Whichever one's that may be. Man, what is it with the paintings in here? This one is sure to give you nightmares. Windows covered in a thick layer of grime, so no light comes in. You find a small piece of paper with some handwriting on it, which you take. Oh, I think we got a point. Lord. Yeah. Nothing work related.
we go further? No. The bathtub has been cleaned recently, and there's no sign of a ring. Your reflection staring back at you. Hey, is that a zit? You have this thing about turning off bathroom lights ever since that party in 6th grade where your friends played Bloody Mary, so you leave it alone. And got. Yeah. Where's the phone? Yeah, there's the phone. What's this? Paper we found. Ah, it's Miggs's number. It's a brand new cellular phone. This gig doesn't pay so bad after all. Let's give old Miggsy a call, shall we? Hey, killing you softly. I'm doing okay. How are you doing? Hey, do we have to manually enter the numbers? Well, happy St. Patrick's Day. O20 4669 or 4469 0976. Yes, Doc. I tried playing this on my I think it was my last streamiversary, and I ran into too many difficulties, so we're starting it afresh. Yeah, it's the 4th game in the series. So we'd played the other games. Wow, that's awesome. You won at the casino. Oh, over with $250. Congrats, killing you softly. That's great. 976. Oh, it was a while ago. Ah. Yeah, like the first one I think I played when I became an affiliate stock. You reached the office of Percival Q. Jones. How may I help you? Professor Jones, it's Ben Jordan. Ah, yes, Mr. Jordan. I trust your investigation is going well. Well enough, I guess. I was wondering if we could talk about some stuff. Certainly. What can I do for you? Oh, yeah. Playing old school Snake on this old school Nokia phone. Or Cyberpunk the Arasaka's plot. Oh wait, we already did that. And how are you tonight, Dojilon? I'm doing okay, thanks. Various things to worry about, but trying not to. Yeah, I know, it's surprising how long it's been in stock. Yeah.
think I thought I would go through the series a little quicker than that. I was wondering, since I haven't got internet access or anything in here, if you could do some research for me. I am somewhat busy, but I'm certain I could make some time. What would you like me to research? Himself. The house. Could you see what you can find about the history of number 50? I get the feeling that knowing more about this place will be beneficial in the investigation. Very well, I'll see what I can find out and ring you if I discover anything pertinent. Thanks, Professor. I appreciate it. They're kind of spread out. Oh, that's all I needed to talk to you about. I'm trying to remember. I think I did I think I did number 3 for like the previous streamiversary, like, yeah, like in December of 2022 maybe. I did a Shui Hu Feng Yun Zhuan on the Sega Genesis and Ben Jordan 3 on the computer. I streamed from 2 sources in one stream. That was bold of me. Yeah. I thought there was a safe behind the painting. Yeah, maybe I should try and finish the series soon. Yeah, he has the distinct look. The first one I played the deluxe edition, which was like a remaster with improved graphics and voice acting. I think they only did deluxe versions of the first 2. The self-portrait by Francis Bacon. You know, Kevin's brother. You guys hear something? Take a breath there. Watch it, Ben. Decided to have a look around. Yeah, this place is something else, huh? Who can really say that again? Old Miggs really got us a good one this time. How's it going, Simon? I can't complain. Ask him a few questions. Now tell me about yourself. I'm all for being friends, Ben, but right now I'm trying to figure out how to get into this room. We can talk later. I'm planning on calling together a meeting tonight anyway. Oh, all right then. What do you think of the other investigators? They seem an interesting lot. It'll be refreshing to work with such a diverse group of people. What's your impression of Alice? She's got 5 humps, which is quite enough for a camel. Oh, wait, she's a nice girl and pretty, sorry. I've had my doubts about her experience, but we'll have to wait and see how she performs if we encounter any paranormal activity here. What's your take on Madame Tilly? She's awfully dramatic. I can tell you that straight away. If she thinks she can talk to the dead, then that's fine for her. It'll come in useful if we meet any ghosts. What do you think of Otto? To be honest, I've no idea. He's definitely the strong silent type, though. Hopefully he'll warm up, and hopefully he'll run if we see the sheriff pull out his .44 gun. We're supposed to be working together, and if he does his own thing, we may not get optimal results. Morbid. The several acolytes. Interesting, an isometric Souls-like. Seems like it'd be hard to do all that dodging and parrying and isometric, but hell, I've played Cool Spot Goes to Hollywood. But thanks for killing you softly, and it's on sale now. I'll check that out. Yeah, I realize that Steam and Humble sales are going on. Is it? Humble is anyway. Steam's always got a few sales going on. That does sound like a neat game. What's with this door? This is the door, Ben. The door? Yeah, the one in the room where it all happened. I'm dying to get in there and have a look around, but as you can see, there's a huge padlock on the door. And I haven't got any tools to break open padlocks. I don't suppose you do.
I'm afraid not.
Well, do me a favor, and if you come across anything that might help us get in the room, let me know.
Will do. I love that sound effect. Yeah, this does have pretty good graphics. I think the second one looked a little rougher, but the art has improved. You know, maybe it gets a little better with each game. What's this then? A small bell is attached to the wall. Keep intruders out, or whatever is behind that door in. I suppose we could give old Miggs a ring. If we get, you know, reception in this room. Oh, and we had a redemption for Irish Song of the Day. Which is perfect, since I had a somewhat darkly comic Irish song in mind, and we're playing a darkly comic horror game. Well, some of the others ended up comic, at least. This is a song I discovered randomly on YouTube, I think. I was still in grad school. Maybe it was like 2016? 2017? Somewhere thereabouts. But it's a modern day one, not an Irish folk song. Sort of a parody of the genre. And for St. Patrick's Day, this is simply another Irish drinking song. Gather round ye lad and lasses, set ye for a while. Hearken to me mournful tale about the Emerald Isle. Let's all raise our glasses high to friends and family gone, and lilt our voices in another Irish drinking song. Consumption got me mother and me father caught the pox. Me brother guzzled whiskey till he wound up in a box. Me other brother in the troubles met with his demise. Me sister, thanks to drink, has closed her smiling Irish eyes. Now everybody's died, so until our tears are dried, we'll drink and drink and drink and drink, and then we'll drink some more. We'll dance and sing and fight until the early morning light. Then we'll throw up, pass out, wake up, and then go drinking once again. Kenny was killed in Kilkenny, and Clare, she died in Clare. Tip from Tipperary died out in the derriere. Shannon jumped into the river Shannon back in June. Ernie fell into the urn, and Tom drowned in the tomb. Cleanliness is godliness, me Uncle Pat would sing. He broke his neck a-slipping on a bar of Irish Spring. O'Grady, he was 80, but remained a feisty pup. He died of high blood pressure when he got his Irish up. Now everybody's died, so until our tears are dried, we'll drink and drink and drink and drink, and then we'll drink some more. We'll dance and sing and fight until the early morning light. Then we'll throw up, pass out, wake up, and then go drinking once again. Ba-da-da-da-da-da, 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 ba-da-da-da-da-da. Pat Murphy fought O'Reilly on the cliffs of Old Duneen. He took out his shillelagh and he stabbed him through the spleen. Me crazy Uncle Mike believes he is a leprechaun. In truth he's just a leper and his arms and legs are gone. When Timmy Robbins broke his neck it was a crying shame. He wasn't really Irish, but he went to Notre Dame. McNamara crossed the street and by a bus was hit, but he was just a Scotsman's own, but nobody gives a... Now everybody's died, so until our tears are dried, we'll drink and drink and drink and drink, and then we'll drink some more. We'll dance and sing and fight until the early morning light. Then we'll throw up, pass out, wake up, and then go drinking once again. Ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. Ole, me drunken Auntie Brenna tried to drive home from the bar. The road rose up to meet her when she flew out of the car. Irony was what befell me old grandfather Stan. He choked upon the very last potato in the land. Connor lived in Ulster town, he used to smuggle arms. The British shot him dead, although he carried lucky charms. And dear old Father Flanagan has left the Lord's employ. drunk to death on holy wine, outdrunk by the altar boy. Someday soon I leave this world of pain and toil and sin. The Lord shall take me by the hand to join all of me kin. Me only wish is when our Saviour comes for me and you. He kills the cast of river dance and Michael Flatley too. Now everybody's died, so until our tears are dried, we'll drink and drink and drink and drink, and then we'll drink some more. We'll dance and sing and fight until the early morning light. Then we'll throw up, pass out, wake up, and then go drinking once again. Then we'll throw up, pass out, wake up, and then go drinking once again. And that was another Irish drinking song.
2 bits, 4
by
bits, 6
Da Vinci's
bits.
Notebook.
Astor system?
Oh, thank you so much for the bits, killing you softly. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Terribly dark, but a fun song nonetheless. Maybe next year I'll sing a more traditional Irish song. Thanks. Yeah, I agree. That is a really fun one. And then led me looking up the band. They have some other great songs. If you ever hear their song The Gates, that one's a classic. They're all a cappella. Oh yeah, thinking we might give old Migsy a ring. $7428 $4,800. Hello. Hello, Mr. Miggs. It's Ben Jordan. Ben, how lovely to hear from you. How's the investigation going? Well, actually, I wanted to ask you a few questions. All right, ask away. Tell me about this house. My family purchased it in 1925, and we've had our antique bookshop here ever since. As far as its history is concerned, however, I'm afraid I can't be much help. You see, I grew up here, hearing the stories, but there was never any actual paranormal activity until recently. You weren't quite clear on what exactly this paranormal activity was. Wasn't I? Oh dear, I must apologize. The urgency to be rid of the phenomenon must have made me forget. About a week ago, I was in the storeroom behind the trove room clearing out some old boxes. Suddenly, I heard what I thought were footsteps above me, which would be the room on the 4th floor. I assumed it was an old pipe of the house settling, since I was alone at the time, but then it suddenly got very chilly in the room, and I saw a dark figure enter the room through the wall. It stared at me, then floated through the wall. I don't need to tell you, I was out of the house so quickly I dropped my best scissors somewhere and didn't bother going back to search for them. Scissors, you say? That's a very long phone number, killing you softly. Hey, Wirebrain, how are you? Yeah, talk about to the books with the faces in the occult section. They might be able to tell you something. They might be the cause of something. Bound in human flesh and inked in blood and all that lovely stuff. How's it going, Wirebrain? Did you... You were moving, right? Did you finish moving, Wirebrain? I just thought I'd check in and let you know the investigation is going pretty well. I don't believe you for a second, Mr. Jordan. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Just out of curiosity, have any of the others contacted you yet? No, you're the first one.
Tell me about yourself. I've been in the antique business for well over 50 years. It's a family business, you see. The Miggs family has passed down the shop for several generations. Aside from that, I can't really think of anything about myself that could possibly interest you. That's all I wanted to know. Goodbye, Mr. Miggs. Goodbye, Ben. Like, what terrified you so much that your hair turned white as the snow? And don't give me that old age thing. It was supernatural. And with a foreword by Vincent Price, published by Time Life Books. Oh, yeah, you had a good time at the game convention? That's awesome. Waiting for the house to be finished. Any particularly good games at the convention? Ooh, music. What if a pair of couches provide a place to relax and enjoy the room? Perhaps a book? Light reading material, presumably for the purpose of being read in this room. I ain't risking missing one of them damn books. Okay, nothing important. You're not being paid. You're being paid to investigate a haunting, not curl up by the fire with a book and some milky tea. Three ornate mirrors. The third of the May shootings by Goya. Who did they hire to be their interior decorator? The Marquis de Sade? Oh. Some ROMs from someone who published new games for old systems. So were they digital downloads or were they placed on carts? Old bookcase. Several books that couldn't stay on the shelf currently occupy the floor. Older and more obscure tomes. He was pretty trusting that none of his investigators are going to steal anything. All from before the 18th century. No reason to browse them. Oh, okay, so he sold them to you on a flash drive. That's
Streamer,
cool.
streaming, game on stream, streamer, I'm afraid. Streamer, you must pause my stream, streamer got a raid. Here's a raider leading raiders, welcome raiders. Are the raiders alligators? Raider, grackle.
How are you doing tonight? You guys, please go check out Big Fatty Plus. Streams a lot of older games. I saw you were streaming today. What was it? Oh, retro. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Purblind Gamer. I'm a legally blind retro and variety streamer who plays a mixture of action and adventure and a lot of horror. And tonight we're playing an older AGS horror game called Ben Jordan in Paranormal Investigator number 4, the horror at number 50. We haven't gotten stuck yet, but it's still pretty early in the game. But what are you playing, Big Fatty Plus? You ain't afraid no ghosts, Great White Knoll. Well, it is awesome, Wirebrain, that you got those ROMs to play on the systems. Oh, you finished the Klingon campaign for Starfleet Command. Started the Romulan campaign. And then played an event in Star Trek Online. Wow. Sounds like a busy stream. So Starfleet Command is just a regular game, like not an online game. cool. I haven't played. Actually, I've hardly played any Star Trek games now that I think about it. Played more Star Wars games, I suppose. Like, we're one of several paranormal investigators investigating strange paranormal activity at this house, where apparently a ghost killed one man in the 1850s and made another die of, or go mad and die. Nothing of interest. Ah, interesting. The Romulans are harder to play as than the Klingons. A pair of old scissors. That's what Miggs mentioned. Oh, you've played some of the old Star Trek point and clicks. Killing you softly. I assume Starfleet Command is like a... What's a sim kind of game? With strategy elements. It's all the same thing. Yeah, we don't like old books. Oh. Star Trek Resurgence. Set after the last Next Generation movie. I still need to see the last Next Generation movie. And the 6th original Star Trek movie. I've never played the Star Trek NES game. Is it good, Great White Knoll? A tactical sim, that does sound difficult. Fireplace is cold to the touch. Okay, so it's like Telltale games. I love those things, Wirebrain. Oh yeah, definitely, Big Fatty. Go get some rest or get some food, whatever you need to do. Oh, the NES one is pretty janky. I haven't. And I'm not familiar with any of the newer shows. Star Trek Bridge Crew. Okay, and that's a multiplayer one? It's weird that we couldn't ask him. Alright, that's the door behind which the horror was sighted. You looked at it and messed with it before. What good are those scissors? Okay. Oh yeah, like Star Trek, what is it? 25th anniversary and Judgment Rights. And that was the last time the full cast was together. Wow. Yeah, that was late 80s was the first one? Wait, no. Yes. The movie. That would have been 90s, 25th. Yeah. Yeah, right. I remember, I think it was in 2001, my father and I saw the Star Trek 25th anniversary movie, which was really long. Because it was on a, we'd gotten a new house, and the old man had a bunch of tapes in the basement that he'd recorded off TV. And I know there were some Star Trek games on the Genesis, too. Oh. So Bridge Crew is a 4-person co-op game. Wow. Oops. Wow. That does sound really intriguing. Probably difficult. Let's try. $7,428, 4,800. Yeah, I think I might have tried one of those once, maybe at a friend's house or something. I don't remember now which one it was. Next Generation or DS9. Yeah, that's when those shows were still current. No, big fatty, we're trying to... No, we can't just ask him about the damn key. Yeah. Otto's the other one who'll speak to us. How may I help you? Oh, lockpick. Say, Otto, you wouldn't happen to have any tools or anything that would pick locks, would you? No, I am afraid I don't. Why do you need to pick a lock? Simon and I are trying to get into the room on the 4th floor. I see. Well, I'm afraid I cannot help you. However, I suggest contacting someone who knows more about the house than we do. I'll let you get back to your work. Yeah, that's... I thought I had in the first place, but no. Ben Jordan wanted the mysterious German man to tell him to call the person who owned the house to ask about unlocking doors of the house. Gee, you call yourself an investigator. I think so every time they keep score like the old Sierra games at the top, so I think every time we get another point it plays. Everyone else is either out or sending up Z's. $7,428, 4,800. Oh, a sim called Starfleet Academy on the SNES and 32X. I know I haven't played that one. There have been a lot of Star Trek games over the years. I remember this one, I think it was a Klingon FPS as being pretty decent. No stock, this is... It should just be... Huh. It does look like it, but I told it to run 640 by 480. Oh, wow. FMV sequences. And it has Kirk and Chekhov. That's so cool. I love FMV. I don't know, maybe because I'm on a widescreen monitor, it makes it work in widescreen. Yeah. $99 modes. Maybe I'll add that as a channel point redeem. Like, you know, for 3,000 points, you can make me go, ooh. Ben Jordan score accrual moans. I wish they would just let us put the numbers in our phones. I wanted to ask you about the door on the top floor. Oh, yes. The one into the infamous room. Simon and I were trying to get into it, but it's got a large padlock on it. Yeah, that's right. Indeed, the door has been locked for as long as I can remember. I've called a locksmith several times, but no one has ever been able to pick the lock. I've heard rumors that the key is within the house, but I've never bothered searching. Is that right? Do you have any idea where it could be? No, not for certain, but I do remember hearing a story about a man who would come to the house, unlock the door, and spend time in the room. Supposedly he never took the key with him, but placed it somewhere special in the house. Of course, most of the rooms in the house have been remodeled over the years, so it could be anywhere if it still exists at all. Are there any rooms that haven't been remodeled? Aside from the lobby, the stairwell to the top floor, and the storeroom behind the trave room, no. I see. Well, thank you for all that information, which you probably should have fucking given me when you first hired me, you white-haired bastard. Don't trust antiquarian booksellers. I'm just saying. I mean, the fact that he called, 5 people and didn't tell each of us that, there were going to be other people. Spooky sounds, yes. It's a good thing they've got these lamps here, otherwise you might fall down the stairs and break your neck. Touching hot lamps equals burned hands, you know that. Yeah, well, what if they're lit by a cool ghostly fire, huh? These don't work by normal rules. Don't see any other hot spots here. But yet. Oh, thank you, Big Fatty Plus. I appreciate that. Alright. Let's look around the lobby. Yeah. It's one thing we learned from when we played The Lost Crown. Don't trust booksellers. Yeah, he was just a little eccentric, let's say. We don't trust antiquarians in general. What is with this guy? Yeah, books full of evil. Especially math textbooks. Ancient history. Yeah. Keeping Your Sheep in Shipshape by Barrion Williams. And hey, Captain Thaco, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? Maybe, but I would like to remind you, Big Fatty Plus, that in Nancy Drew's Secrets Can Kill, Connie, the evil manatee disguised as a human, is always seen reading a magazine, so there's that. Yeah. If they had more magazines bound in human flesh and inked in human blood, maybe there'd be more evil, Eldritch right of the weak. Because humanity is weak. Oh, look, it's illustrated. That's disgusting. Well, somebody doesn't like mutton. Manatee magazines, yeah. Oh, I guess he says the same thing for all the books. Self-help. Books on travel. The Key to Her Heart by Pat Locke. The Key to Her Heart by Pat Locke. Do you by any chance mean padlock? Manateens, Think we might be on to a new IP here. Yeah.
Yeah. Bunch of cool teens who are secretly manatees, but, maraud through the high schools, and they don't care for any of our land-based rules. And, yeah, maybe they fight crime while also committing crimes. It isn't a book at all. It's a box with a small lock on it. Magic-using teens. Mana teens. Well, maybe manatees eat mana, Did the Old Testament specifically say that only humans could eat it? Oh, no, I wasn't paying attention. Wait, where is it? This is an exciting book, but you lose interest around the part about globalints and string. What book is that? The Cup That Started an Empire by C. Jones. Is it a blue cup, perhaps? Wait, where is... Or did I take the book? Okay, there. It's obviously a fake book with a small lock on it. Can we force the lock with scissors? Using the sharp point of the scissors, you manage to pick the lock on the book. Is that possible? An old rusty key. Now we're getting somewhere. Ooh. Oh. So I had a post on Reddit about quotes and sound effects from games that people still say or still think of, and I still find the death groan from Splatterhouse 2 to be useful. Yeah. It's an adventure game. Scissors can pick only one lock and then they break. Or, oops, you dropped them on the floor and they fell through a crack. Too bad, you could have used them on other locks if you hadn't done that. Watch and learn, Birmingham boy, watch and learn. Simon, I found the key for the padlock. Amazing, Ben. Where did you find it? It was hidden inside an old book in the lobby. Brilliant. Well, don't just stand there. Open the door. With trembling hands, you stick the key in the lock and begin to turn it. Then suddenly... What was that? It sounded like a woman screaming from downstairs. Let's go see what's going on. But what about the door? We can come back to it later. Someone might be in trouble. All right, let's go. Hello, what's all this shouting? We'll have no trouble here. You may think it's time for jokes, Mr. Booth, but I've just had the most dreadful nightmare. Relax, Madam Rosenquist. Please, tell us about it. Well, I was in a large empty room. It seemed to be a room in this house. Yet I found it odd that there were no furnishings anywhere. Then I noticed that there were no doors or windows anywhere, which concerned me because I had no way of escaping. Suddenly a dark figure came floating through the wall. It had the shape of a man, but was very tall, and it looked straight at me. When I saw its horrid face... Oh, it gives me chills just remembering it. Burning red eyes and no facial features to speak of. It was the most terrible sight. But then the spectre came at me with outstretched arms. Its hands were almost claw-like, and just as it was about to grab my neck and choke me, I woke screaming. That sounds awful. Are you feeling all right now? Yes, dear girl. Thank you for your concern. However,
I fear that this nightmare was a sign. There is an evil spirit lurking in this house, and it is not at all pleased with us staying here. Well, until it appears and tries to do me in, I'm going to keep having a look around. I would advise against that, Mr. Booth. I foresee tragedy befalling you if you stray too far from the rest of us. Oh, come now, Madam Rosenquist. Don't you think that's being just a little bit melodramatic? Scoff if you will, Mr. Booth. I am merely communicating what the spirits tell me. Oh, yes, Ben's just reminded me. I was going to call a meeting this evening, so we should do just that. Oops, I missed something. That sounds like a good idea. What time should we meet? How about in, say, an hour's time? That'll give us a chance to freshen up before starting a dirty work. Very well. Okay then, we meet in an hour in the travel room. I'll see you all there. If she's playing Silent Hill 4, just turn off the game. I still haven't played any Silent Hills, but I have PC ports of 2 through 4. Oh, it's not a good game, Big Fatty Plus. Old Man Jenkins did it. I take it you guys would recommend skipping number 4. Oh, wait, why can't I just go back and unlock it now? Duck Station. Oh, is that a PS1 emulator? Oh, and then they get good again after number 6. I just realized we had a redemption for Eat Something Strange. Let me see. Oh, you don't think it's a really bad game? Let me just... No, you've heard all the ones after 3 aren't so good. Well, except PT, of course, Great White Knoll. Oh, and you think Shattered Memories and Origins are good, huh? Yeah, let's try and get into this damn room and then... I have something. I don't believe this. What's the matter, Simon? The bloody key has gone missing. What? It was in the lock when we left the room and now it's vanished. Maybe someone took it. I was behind you when we left. Everyone else was downstairs. When I got there, and I was the first one back here. So it wasn't any of the 5 of us. Damn it, we were so close, too. Relax, Simon. I'm sure the key is around here somewhere. As far as I know, ghosts can't pick things up. You need to read up a bit more on ghosts, Ben. Anyway, I'm off to have a shower. I'll see you this evening. Well, he's going to die. Well, I know he took the key. It's still locked. Oh, you haven't played them, you've just seen people stream them. I also gotta try and... I gotta continue the Resident Evil series soon. Maybe sometime this week I'll try and... see if I can get my PC copy of Resident Evil 2 working. Platinum Edition. Okay, and I'll be right back, because I remember what I had for Eat Something Strange redeem. I think I'd forgotten to turn that one off this stream. I gotta clean up my rewards.
I'm back with dried fish snacks. I feel like I eat an inordinate amount of seafood-based things. I know I've eaten shredded cephalopod and, well, canned eel on stream, but yeah, these are just dried strips of fish. And they're pretty tasty. A little on the chewy side. Oh, hey, Fluff Bomb. Oh, you want a piece too? Here you go. There. No, you can't have more. Ow! Get! Stupid cat. That thing's a menace. Cats. Can't live with them. Can't. Hey, leave those curtains alone. Thank you for the redemption, Doji Long. Yeah, I think it might have been a channel points redeem. Scoff a sack of spicy shredded cephalopod. Okay, I gotta get a new redemption up, don't I? Standard memories. That was... Oh, it was on the Wii. I remember hearing about that. Cephalopod. Agreed. That's a fun word. As anybody can talk about, you know. Squid and octopus and cuttlefish and what else? Maybe those are the only mollusks that are cephalopods. I don't know. It's been a while since 9th grade bio. Let's just say that. I mean, I assume the scissors won't pick the lock. The big lock. No, almost as if the lock didn't want to be picked. Where is it? Oh, when you contributed points to the community challenge for that. This is the travel room, right? No, there's anything else here. I suppose we could try and talk with our fellow investigators. Meanwhile, I'm just carrying around a pair of scissors. Totally not going to stab anyone. Come in. Hello again. Hey there, Alice. Yes, I'm fine. Thanks for asking. We've got to watch out for each other. There's no telling what could happen in this house. That's part of what makes this case so exciting. Doesn't have a... Scissor Man from Clock Tower, right. Oh, she got the lame room. Yeah, no grotesque picture on the wall. Yeah. Alice, can we talk? Sure, Ben, what's up? Tell me more about yourself. I don't really think there's much more interesting information about me, aside from what I've already said. I'm from Sacramento, and I major in parapsychology at Harvard. That's about it. I'm sure there's more than just that. Well, I like music. My favorite band is Led Zeppelin. I got all their albums? Of course. What's your favorite song? Kashmir. What about yours? That's a great one, but I'm more a fan of Dazed and Confused. Isn't that a movie? Oh yeah, that's another favorite of mine. Boy, I'm glad there's someone in here I have something in common with. Yeah, I know what you mean. You got a point for talking about music. Too big for just one person. All these rooms are pretty big. And hey, Toasty, how are you? Is Led Zeppelin traditionally stoner music? You guys, please go check out Toasty, who's a, retro streamer. Forgot to push tab again. Or whatever. Yeah, how's your St. Patrick's Day going, Toasty? What do you think of our fellow investigators? In general or specifically? Both, I guess. In general, they seem like a good group, and I can't really tell yet, as we've been here for such a short while. What do you think of Simon? I like him. He seems like a really cool guy, and his accent is really cute, too. What is it about American girls thinking English accents are cute? They are. It's different. I don't know. Right. Nice, a whole beer, Toasty. Living large. Any thoughts on Otto? He doesn't seem like a very talkative person. He's very polite and nice, but he just doesn't seem to want to get to know anyone. It's a shame, really. What's your opinion on Madame Tilly? She seems nice, but what? Well, don't tell anyone I said this, but she kind of freaks me out a little bit. I mean, I don't really believe in psychics, but the whole concept of being able to foresee people dying and stuff, it's just scary. As long as she doesn't ask to read my palm or anything, there shouldn't be any problems. Are you scared of what your future might hold? That's kind of a personal question, Ben. Oh, I'm sorry. It's all right. Could we talk about something else, please? What do you make of the nightmare Madame Tilly says she had? The parapsychologist explanation would be that the paranormal energies in this house have manifested themselves in Madame Tilly's subconscious. But I was taking a nap too, and I didn't have any nightmares. Normally, if a ghost decides to make itself present in dreams, it affects everyone in the immediate area. But then there's lots of factors to consider, like the person's susceptibility to paranormal phenomena and things like that. How about the room she was in? Do you think there's a hidden room in this house? I'm not sure. She said there was no furniture, no doors or windows. The room at the top of the floor has a window and door, so if she did see a room in this house, it must be something else. Interesting. I didn't notice that. But yeah, it does. Like her mouth animation is more detailed. But maybe it's also that she, his model is based on the same ones they used in the previous games. Say dream goat, Toasty? Oh, I don't know, Dragon. And how are you doing? You guys, please go check out Dragon of the West, who is trying to beat Cuphead on the expert level without dying, which is badass.
Ooh, playing the 4th Tomb Raider game, too. Nice. You haven't by any chance been upstairs, have you? No, I haven't left my room except to go out into the hall. Why? There's a door on the top floor leading into the room where the horror was supposedly seen, but it's locked. Simon and I were trying to get in, and I found a key, but as we were going to open it, Madame Tilly screamed. And now it seems the key's disappeared. Disappeared? Are you sure someone didn't just take it? Simon was the last one out, and the first one into the room, and he says he didn't touch it. That's strange. Maybe whatever haunts this house is some kind of prankster, or maybe Simon's a liar. There's nothing worse than a playful ghost. And good job, Dragon of the West. 20 attempts. Oh, it only took 5 on expert, because you know the game so well at this point. Oh, we hear a muffled yell. Do you hear that? Yeah. It sounds like a ghost giving me more points. Oh, it came from Simon's room. Stay here. I'll see if it's okay. That's impressive, Dragon. Mr. Jordan, did you hear yell too? Yeah, I think it was Simon. I was just about to check if he was okay. If you or he need any assistance, please let me know. Okay, thanks, Otto. Yeah, based on my memory of 2 and 3, Ben's portrait is just the same, maybe with a different costume. That's Tilly. Is this Simon? He won't. I think that's... Oh, that is Simon. I see Simon may be in trouble. He decided to enter his room without knocking. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not a good sign at all. You prepare yourself for the worst and enter Simon's bathroom. Simon? What's going on in here? Bloody hell, Ben, you scared me half to death. I'm sorry, I would have knocked, but I heard you yelling, and I thought you might be in trouble. It's all right. I had time to get a towel from my dresser so as not to be stalkers if anyone came to check out what was going on. So what happened? Strangest thing, I was in the middle of my shower when all of a sudden the water turned to blood. That's about the time I yelled and jumped out. This is starting to get pretty damn creepy. You can say that again. Do you need any help cleaning this up? Oh, no thanks. I think I can manage, but do me a favor and round up the others so we can have that meeting. I'll be there as soon as I wash up. Yeah, wash off the blood with more blood, Simon. Okay. Oh, Mr. Jordan, is Mr. Booth all right? Yes, Madam Rosenquist, he's fine. His shower was just acting up on him. Oh, dear, this does not bode well for him at all. I told him to watch out. It's lucky for him he did not perish. With all due respect, madam, I don't think any of us are in any immediate danger right now. Ha! Shows how much you know. Anyway, Simon asked me to tell everyone that tonight's meeting will be starting soon. Oh, yes. I should go to the travel room now. See you soon, Mr. Jordan. If you don't die first. Dude. Oh, an update screwed up No Man's Sky. That's a shame. Updates corrupting our installation of Doom 3. But... yeah. Well, yeah, but I mean... we've seen everyone's accounted... everything we know is in the house is accounted for stock. So, hard to suspect him. Yeah, like the bathroom scene with the balloon coming up from the sink, Great White Knoll, in It. It was a good scene. come in. How may I help you? Would you mind if we talked about some things? I'm not quite sure what to make of it. The figure she described was consistent with physical descriptions given in the recorded cases of the hauntings here. However, whether or not she experienced an actual vision or just had a bad dream, I cannot say. Do you really believe she's psychic? Again, I cannot make a conclusion until I see more evidence. Simon's okay, just a little shaken up. What happened? I'm sure he'll be honored to tell you his story. I came to let you know that the meeting will be starting soon. Alright, let me just finish up some things here, and I'll go to the travel room. I'll let you get back to your work. Yeah, it's a good alibi. Well, my blood started coming out of the shower. I don't know how it happened, but paranormal activity. Then you still got to get rid of the corpse. Actually, before the meeting, let's give Professor Percy a call. Hey, Yak Man, welcome in. Agreed. Water turning to blood is pretty sus. I mean, who would do something like that? God? Well, yeah, okay. Other than God. I think this is not, this house is not ancient Egypt. Might be a portal to ancient Egypt, though. Always aliens. 44690976. Ourselves. You've reached the office of Percival Q. Jones. How may I help you? Professor Jones, it's Ben Jordan. Ah, yes, Mr. Jordan. I trust your investigation is going well. Talk about stuff. What have you been able to turn up since I came to the house? Filling out paperwork mainly. I've also been preparing a lesson on proper crime scene investigations for my class. I hope you don't mind me citing you as an example in the Smailholm case. No, that'd be fine, as long as it isn't a negative example, of course. No need to worry about that. As I said, your technique was quite impressive. Well, thanks. Yeah, guess he hasn't turned up any research yet. But yeah, that would be funny, Stock. If they, Simon killed everybody and it was like, right as the last person, it was still, well, it could be paranormal. They're going to finally ask to have a picnic. I hope you're having a good St. Patrick's Day, Yak. Yeah. Vengeful house elves. Yeah, that's well, yeah. Nice Harry Potter spin-off in the low-budget horror space. I'd watch that, Great White Knoll. Oh, hi, Ben. Hey there, Alice. You're devoid of booze? Well, drink some, then. That's the only way to fix that. I checked on Simon, and he's all right, but something's very wrong with this house. What's wrong? I'm sure he'll be happy to tell you himself. I just came to let you know that the meeting will be starting soon. Okay, I'll head over to the travel room in a few minutes. I was hoping she would leave her room so I could snoop around it. See if she stole the key, eventually. Speaking of snooping around people's rooms, has he already gone to the meeting? Probably locked his door, the bastard. Nah. Wet like blood that the water turned into. Wait, no traveler room. And the next thing I knew, the water had turned to blood. Oh, Ben, you're arrived. Let's start the meeting then, shall we? Now then, it seems clearly by the phenomena we've experienced that there is obviously something in this house. Unless old Miggs is having a good time with us, which seems unlikely. I've called this meeting because I think that among the 5 of us, we should come up with a plan to deal with the ghosts. I think one of the greatest priorities should be getting into the locked room on the top floor. I agree. It seems to me that exploring that room may yield some important information as to the spirits and their reason for haunting this house. But how are we going to get inside? Nobody brought lockpicks and the key is gone. We seem to be out of luck. Yes, we seem to be at a dead end here. If I may, you all seem to be overlooking a very obvious way of dealing with the situation. Oh, then by all means enlighten us, Madam Rosenquist. I am a true seer, and my specialty is communicating with the deceased. Therefore, the obvious thing to do is to establish a line of communication with the spirits so we may learn more and possibly reach a satisfactory diplomatic conclusion. We're paranormal investigators, not the United Nations. I see your point, Simon. If we can somehow talk to the ghost or ghosts, we might be able to get them to cooperate instead of just working against each other. Fair enough. How should we go about doing it? Oops. Is this gonna be like those old horror movies where we all hold hands and start waiting for knocks on the table? Hollywood has greatly distorted the noble art of the seance, Mr. Jordan. I think you will find it quite different to your preconceived notions. Well, if it works, I'm up for it. As am I. Yeah, I don't see why we shouldn't give it a shot. Alright then, a seance it is. And where can we do it? It's a bit complicated. Since I must serve as the medium, it is imperative that I prepare myself. The earliest we can perform the seance is tomorrow evening. I must also ask a few favors from each of you, but this can wait until tomorrow. Right now I must return to my room and begin preparing. Good night, everyone. I shall speak with each of you tomorrow. Everyone bids Madam Tilly good night. Drama queen. Well, meeting adjourned then. I'm going to be up for a while longer and I brought some music. Anyone up for hanging out in here for a while? Ooh, got any Led Zeppelin? I am afraid I must continue researching, so I bid you good night. Good night, Otto. I'll stick around. I'm not tired yet either. How about you, Ben? The true evil. The Ben Jordan mouse cursor floating about the room. His little man flying through the air looks suspiciously like one of the investigators. Yeah. I don't know, talking about the liquid of life on St. Patrick's Day. Very appropriate, Yak. Yeah. I was going to say Great White Knoll. It's like, what is this, worm piss? They call it that, but I think it's more like worm bile or something. Worm essence. Otto scrambles up the chimney on all fours. And there's, oh, that's classic Otto. And then his exits. Yeah, I'll hang out. I'll go get my stereo. What if the ghosts do not like the stereo? What if the ghosts want some quadraphonic note jams in here? And so, the chief says, death by mouth. Good lord, that was terrible, Simon. Oh yeah? I'd like to see you do better, Mr. Witty Comedian. Just watch me. Have you heard the one about the guy whose friend has a magic lamp? I don't think so. And that's about the time I decided to become a paranormal investigator. At least you're majoring in something useful to the field. I wish I'd come up with the idea before I graduated in international relations. Damn, throwing shade at IR. I suppose it helps, though, with you globe-trotting around on cases. I haven't done much globe-trotting yet. I mean, I've just worked in the US and Britain. I want to go somewhere really far away, like Japan or something, in Game 5. Also, Scotland's not Britain, just throwing that out there. Me too, England's the only place outside the US I've been, so I'd like to get out and see more. Well, friends, it's gotten incredibly late, and I'm knackered, so I'm going to get some sleep. Is it 3 a.m. already? Wow. Alright, guys, have a good night. We've got an interesting day ahead of us tomorrow. Yeah. Hope nobody from Scotland wanders into chat and sees that and is like, fuck this game. You head to your room and go to bed. You wake up the next morning after a comfortable and dreamless sleep. A lot of blood was spilled to make sure it wasn't Britain. Oh, and Rory, I realized. Regent Swagduck delivers a critical analysis. Tell us, what do you think of Ben Jordan number 4? Oh. I mean, I haven't played the rest of the series, but you think it's the same sort of trajectory? I mean, I haven't played that series either. But I mean, not counting the remaster of the first game. No, I suppose that's comparable, but I mean, relating it to the progression of myths in general is, I don't know. Is it? But are you thinking also because the threats and the stories have become increasingly more urbanized and less related to nature, or is it? Oh. I mean, I'll have to play the rest of the series to see if that holds up, but no, I think that sounds reasonable. And you know, I was thinking there were some relations to M.R. James, but no, I never would have thought of those relations to Ovid. So, thank you, Regent Swagduck. It's good to have somebody who knows about many things. The wise duck. There's a knock on the door. Come in. Good morning, Mr. Jordan. Did you sleep well? Yeah, actually I did. How about you? I hope you didn't have any more nightmares. Thankfully, I did not. In fact, I slept rather well considering the circumstances. At any rate, I've come to speak to you about tonight's séance. I'm listening. As we are trying to establish contact with a potentially hostile spiritual entity, I require 3 things from each participant. Let me guess. A bell, a book, and a candle. Please, Mr. Jordan, as a paranormal investigator, I expect you to be more open-minded. Sorry, that was a bad joke. What do you need? First, a personal item of yours, something that carries your aura, so that it can be focused and joined with the others, and create a harmonic balance for summoning the spirit. So it can't be something I just picked up? I'm afraid not. It has to be something with some sort of deep, personal meaning to you. By the way, you won't need to part with it. I just need you to show me you have something suitable. At the séance you'll need to have it with you. Alright, I'll have to think about that one since I didn't really bring much with me to the house. The second item is a bit more unpleasant. How unpleasant are we talking about? I need some of your blood. Spirits are attracted to human blood, you see. It's something that dates back to Homer's epic poems about venturing to Hades. Couldn't I just kill a sheep? Oh, is that all? That's not a big deal. I'm not squeamish around blood. Good. Miss Wilkins nearly fainted when I told her. You'll just need to find a container to store your blood in. The final item is related to the elements. I have observed each of you and found that you all have a different elemental psyche, which is an excellent indication for our working together. I need each person to bring a sample of their particular element, and yours is fire, Mr. Jordan. That's it? Yes, I'll be in the travel room if you have any questions about your items. I shall see you later. So that just happened. You think Madame Tilly had a couple of brandies, yak? No, dear. Oh. That's nice. So you put your dog to bed, killing you softly. Weird. Just noticed my not able to scroll up on chat. I hope that's not something serious issue. Ah yes, the life of a dog. Oh shit, in a pit. Are we doing this again? OBS has crashed. Except that it's still running. Okay, this is evidently going to be a significant problem going forward. Yeah. Maybe that's how Madame Tilly communes with the spirits, by getting drunk. What do I have in my blooming inventory? And the cell phone is brand new. Oops. Oh. Vodka, my old friend. He died a long time ago. Oh, the yeast that made him died a long time ago. Someone's in. Hey, Ben, what's up? Simon, would you mind if I looked around your bathroom to see if I can find any clues? Sure, Ben. I guess that would be okay. Ooh. Still some of the blood. Yeah. Whisper through the keyholes. Yeah. Still covered with blood. You really have no interest in getting too close to the blood-soaked shower. Tea time. Yeah. Madame Tilly puts a splash of something or other in the tea, now I'll be bound. A cabinet. Inside you find a jar of industrial-strength toilet cleaner. The ghosts approve. So what if we were to say... No, don't want to inhale the fumes. No, no. No. If I dump this stuff out, I can put some of my blood in it. Just saying. I must snoop through everybody's bathroom. Well, Ben Jordan worries about polite things to do. Nancy Drew doesn't have such scruples. Yeah, industrial strength cleaner. Might work on something other than toilets. I really enjoyed myself last night. I'm glad we hung out. Me too. Sometimes you don't realize how much you need a bit of relaxation to take your mind off the case. You and Alice are cool people. I'd like to keep in touch with you after this case is over. That'd be great, assuming you survive. Maybe we can work together in the future. Me as a person, living person, you as a ghost, us both alive. We have options. Really clean, industrial toilet cleaner really cleans out the sinuses. Must confess I have not tried, but yeah, it on the other powerful fumes. Yeah, Nancy Drew. She does not always have the best people skills. I talked to Madame Rosenquist. I take it Madame Rosenquist came to talk to you about the seance? Oops. The first two aren't a problem, but I have no idea what I'm going to do for my element. When did she say you were? Air. You wouldn't happen to have a portable air conditioner on you, would you? I'm afraid not. Wonder who got water. All they have to do is go to the sink and fill a cup. Well, it wasn't me. I got fire. Still, burning things is more doable than air. I'm sure you'll be fine. Take it easy, Simon. Come in. Oh, hi, Ben. Hey, Alice. Hey. How come I don't get a closet? Yeah. Asking her about her bathroom is not an option. Yeah. I'm just saying. They obviously gave her the nicer room. Well, but she doesn't have the painting. And did you get the old seance talk from Madame Rosenquist? Oh, don't remind me about that. She scared me half to death with all that. And then she said I needed to give her some of my blood. I almost fainted. It's not so much the blood part, just the fact that she asked me for it. She's like an old vampire or something. Nah, I've seen vampires. She's nothing compared to them. Oops. Water. It's ironic, really, considering the circumstances. What are the circumstances? Well, it seems my toilet is acting up. Don't tell me the water turned to blood. No, nothing like that. It just won't flush. I called Mr. Miggs about it to see if he could get a plumber over here, but I haven't heard back from him yet. Did this start recently? Mr. Miggs said nobody had been in my room for over 50 years, so it's likely just due to lack of use. You would have thought he'd planned ahead. Kind of weird how little Miggsy planned ahead. Last night was a lot of fun, wasn't it? Yeah, I had a great time. Really made me feel like I was back home with my friends. I'm really glad I met you and Simon. I think the three of us have a lot in common. Going to be making useful contacts. Now about the bathroom. Saying the same things. You said your toilet was acting up. You mind if I go look at it? I guess not. You decide to take a closer look at the toilet. The porcelain is cool to the touch. You move the toilet's top in order to get a look inside the tank. Oh, but that's the clean side of the toilet water. The mechanism attached to the flush handle allows the water to drain out of the toilet. That is a really empty toilet tank, isn't it? Like, unnaturally empty. The stopper is jammed. I assume this won't do it here, but... You dump the entire jar of toilet cleaner inside the tank, hoping to clear the grime. That's not how toilet cleaner works, Ben Jordan. You may be a good paranormal investigator, but you're not a plumber. Where the hell's Mario? Oh, the grime dissolves. You keep the empty jar to put your blood in it, because this is a horror game. The ghosts approve. Yeah. What? I'm sorry, what? Automod is like... Automod is like, you can't say that a girl has too much fiber in her diet. That's misogyny. Automod needs to chill. And hey, Nifty. Is it Niftiness? How are you doing? Well, at least Automod allows us to say that. Fiverr, I barely knew her. But hold on, I'm trying to give a shout out. I'll have to do it from here instead. Yeah, ghosts. Automod silenced you for 15 minutes because you typed bite you? Jeez. Behold, flush. Oh, a key. A different key. I'm glad I flushed. That was pure luck that I found that. It's going pretty well, thanks. I fixed your toilet, Alice. Oh, thanks, Ben. I really appreciate it. We're not going to tell her about the key? All right, then. Oh. Let's call 7428-4800. Yeah, just saying Alice, like, yeah, left a huge mess in the toilet. Oh, he answered. Mr. Miggs, it's Ben Jordan. Ben, how lovely to hear from you. How's the investigation going? Well, actually, I wanted to ask you a few questions. Ask away. Well then. Have you tried to... Oh, wait. Can I just, like, cut myself with the scissors to draw some blood? Using the scissors, you cut your index finger and slowly let your blood drip into the empty jar you're carrying. How many murders happen here per week? Oh, just 3 or 4. But then I've never invited 5 guests here at once, Mr. Jordan, so there may not be any murders this week at all. See what Percy's turned up. 44690976. Ah, son of a bitch.
shadow has climbed up the chimney and is eating some eggs and hissing at the blackbirds. Shoot. Why can't I look at the number and the phone at the same time? You know, we should try that Big Fatty Plus. 0976. Percival Q. Jones. Hmm. 860. Yeah, 8675309. That's it. How are you tonight, Hairball? You guys, please go check out Hairball. He's a feline VTuber, plays a lot of retro games. Oh great, I'm doing okay, thanks, Hairball. I need you to do me a favor. Yes? It looks like J. Jonah Jameson. Well, you know how I've left some of my belongings in your care? Indeed, I've put them in a safe storage place for you until your return. Actually, I was wondering if you could bring me something. See, I don't want to leave this house until the case is solved, and I understand. A good detective does not leave the area unless absolutely necessary. Now, what was it you wanted? A ring. I left a ring in the suitcase. Do you think you could bring it over here for me? Wait one moment and I'll see if I can find it. Oh yes, is it a gold ring with a red stone? That's it. When do you need it? By tonight. Very well. I shall take it to you as soon as I can. Listen for my knock on the door. Oh, now we've got 2 of the items we need. Yeah. Oh, the emergency number from the IT crowd. You've dialed collect. Please hang up and dial again. What the hell? Let's try it. Oh, right, we're in Great Britain and Jenny lives in the United States. That's what it is. That's the only reason. Whatever. So. You hear a knock at the door. Oh, say there, why don't you answer? Hello, Mr. Jordan. I've brought you your ring as you requested. Well, that was fast. Thanks a lot, Professor Jameson. My pleasure. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm afraid I cannot stay. I have some work to do. Okay, see you later. Remembering Madame Tilly's nightwear and your conversation with Alice, you decide to roll up the rug and see if there's anything underneath it. Which you should have done yesterday. Aha.
An old trapdoor under the rug. The old trapdoor under the rug trick. Trapdoor is locked. It hasn't been opened in years. The key is probably hidden in a clogged up toilet somewhere. You'll never find it. Because in the first Ben Jordan game you could die, right? I don't know if you can die in this one. You bend down and try the key in the trapdoor's lock. At first you think it isn't going to work, but soon the lock clicks open. And the heavy wooden door flies open automatically, as though held open for you by a ghostly presence. You hope that you are better at ascending ladders than Edward Carnby. It appears you are. You search the cabinet and find a large wax candle and a book of matches. Guess this was the emergency cabinet for power outages. How convenient, since I am the element of fire. Bars on the window. You know what I meant, game. I meant kind of goddamn ladder out the goddamn trap. Break 'em. We got everything we need for the seance. Yeah, he's still here. Yeah. I keep thinking he stole the key. I mean, I can't believe Ben doesn't suspect it. He's like, well, the key was in the door when I left. Simon was behind me. When I came back to the room, Simon was in the room, and the key was missing. Clearly, somebody stole it from me and Simon. We can't trust the other three. Unless it was ghosts. Can't rule out the ghosts. Yeah. But Simon has good taste in music. Have you got time to answer some questions, Madam Rosenquist? Yes, I do. What would you like to know? What do you think of the other investigators? Mr. Miggs has chosen wisely. We all complement each other very well. Oops. What do you think of Alice? She's a lovely young girl, very in tune with herself. Her element is water, which is the direct complement to yours. Complementary elements are ideal partners, you know. I don't think I'm ready for a relationship right now. I had a bad experience with a girl recently, and... Ah yes, I detected a deep sorrow in your aura when I first saw you. I'm sure you did. How about Simon? Any thoughts on him? Simon is very noble and brave, but I fear he may be too reckless. He does not possess the will to evaluate situations logically. I'm concerned that this attitude will lead to a tragedy. Have you had any visions of him dying? Not explicitly, but when he appears in my visions, I see a black void. What could that mean? I don't know, but it is not a good omen. What's your opinion of Otto? Otto is a man shrouded in mystery. I sense a tragedy in him, and can see that something in his past haunts him. However,
He is not the type to open up and say what he feels. Instead, he prefers to stick with facts and technical details. To tell you the truth, I rather feel a sense of pity for dear Otto. Tell me about yourself. As I said when we introduced ourselves, I am a true seer, blessed with the gift of the sight. Well, I enjoy playing cribbage on the weekends with my friends. What exactly is the sight? Simply put, it is the ability to see beyond the mundane and look into the far regions of reality. I can detect things nobody else can. I can see your aura and determine your fate. No offense, but that sounds kind of spooky. Oh, not at all, my dear. Although knowing the future can sometimes be a curse, it is as much a blessing. Can you predict what will happen to us in this house? Yes, but I prefer not to affect the outcome by saying anything. I believe what is meant to happen will. So if any of us die, you won't tell us because it's the way it's supposed to be? You make it seem cruel putting it that way. Well, do me a favor, and if you see me getting my head chopped off or anything, let me know so I can at least be prepared. But will she? So, we have all those now. Be careful in your wanderings. This house is positively pulsing with energy. Here, blood. A jar full of some of my blood. Not all of it, though. Thank you, Mr. Jordan. I was feeling a bit thirsty. Oops. Oh. Well, I gotta light it first. Fine, I'll light it now and it'll stay lit all day. We lit the candle. I have this candle. Yes, that will work brilliantly because it illuminates. Thank you, Mr. Jordan. Look, Madam Rosenquist, I've got a personal item. It's the ring that was given to me by my grandfather before he died. That will work perfectly. Good job. You have fulfilled all 3 requirements. And now, evening draws near. I shall summon the others, and we can have our séance. Now then, we are gathered here to summon the spirits dwelling in this house. Each of you has provided your element and a sample of blood. Now I ask each of you to present your personal item and explain its significance, starting with you, Otto. My personal item is a pin given to me by my late wife, Anna. She passed away not long ago, and this is all I have left to remember her. I carry it with me wherever I go. I brought a book on ghosts. I first read it when I was 12 years old, and it got me started on my career path. I've got my first CD I ever bought with my own money. It means a lot to me because it was a symbol that I had finally made it on my own and was financially independent. This ring belonged to my grandfather before he passed away. He was the one in my family only one in my family who ever supported my love for the paranormal, so that's why it means so much to me. Wonderful. Now that everyone has presented their items, we can begin the séance. I ask you all to focus on the energies present in this house. Spirits of Berkeley Square, we summon you to this room. If you are with us, make your presence known. Shut up, Tomlinson, not you. Nothing seems to be happening. Silence, Mr. Booth. You must not break your concentration or the séance will fail. Again, I call on the spirits of this house. We wish to speak with you.
Suddenly you notice the room's temperature drops slightly. Ah yes, I can feel the spiritual presence. Someone is here with us. O spirit, we request an audience. The room is definitely getting very cold now. Spirit of number 50 Berkeley Square, make your presence known to us. Look, it's forming. Holy, O spirit, tell us who you are and why you haunt this house. The ghost's voice is hard to understand. It sounds like it blows in and out with the wind. Yes, Big Fatty, you shouldn't think about the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man. But the ghost from the 1850s was a woman, wasn't it? Many years ago, I made the foolish mistake of staying in this house for the night. I was attacked by the nameless horror and fell to my death from the top floor window. I warn you all, I am not the only ghost in this house. Beware the nameless horror, a doom of myself and the other unfortunate souls who dwell here. Tell us, spirit, how many others are here? There are 4 others, 2 of them in this room. However, they do not wish to speak with you. Why did the water in my shower turn to blood? The horror is not happy with your presence here. We have been avoiding it, but the longer you stay, the angrier it will become. Beware, save yourselves. Do not end up as I did, for it is a most terrible fate. The others and I have done our best to protect you 5 from the horror, but we are weak against it when it becomes enraged. So why did the horror suddenly become active again after all these years? The horror sometimes lays dormant for years at a time. It has always done so and always will. I cannot stay here any longer. I have given you all fair warning. Do not remain here any longer or face the wrath of the horror. Go in peace, spirit. Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I nearly pissed my pants just then. Fascinating. We are very fortunate to have experienced this phenomenon. That poor sailor, doomed to haunt this house all these years. Mr. Miggs told me the story about him. Has he gone now, Madame Rosenquist? Madame Rosenquist? You notice Madame Rosenquist has a glassy look in her eyes. Oh, this is not good. This is not good at all. What's not good? It knows we are here. It knows we have spoken to the spirit. It? You mean the horror? It is approaching. Oh God, help us! It draws near! What the hell is going on? Let's get the hell out of here! Later that evening. Adorable. And a great planet killer, huh? Well, that was something. I sure hope Madame Rosenquist is okay. Well, how is she? She will be fine. I have moved her to my room, but for now she needs rest. So, where do we go from here? We know there's definitely at least 1 friendly ghost and 1 hostile ghost in the house. Well, now that we've made that assertion, we move on to the next step, which is ridding the house of the hostile entity. You mean like an exorcism? Well, sort of. We'll be trying to expel the horror, yes, but we won't need priests. Then how will we do it, Mr. Booth? You kind of got me there. I've never done it before. I've only heard tell of more scientific methods of exorcisms. If research is what we need, I am prepared to dedicate all my time to the matter. Alright, you can find out how to get rid of the horror. I'll see if I can't find my way into the locked room. He's an alien who lays his eggs in people. If you want, I can help with your research, Otto. Yes, I would appreciate the help. Thank you, Miss Wilkins. And I guess I'll figure something out. Okay then, let's go to it. So what am I supposed to do? Everyone else seems to know exactly what's going on, but I'm clueless. Why am I even here? Damn it, who am I kidding? I'm not a paranormal investigator. I'm just some college kid who wanted to see the world. I'm lucky I haven't been killed yet on these cases. Talk about dumb luck. Ben Jordan. Who? What? Who said that? If death is what you seek, I will be happy to provide. Hey, Seacross. How are you today? Oh, man. What a nightmare. This case is really starting to get to me. Wow. An egg bumblebee headbutted you and tried to bite you. Yikes. Have we mentioned that bees are evil? And hey, Seacross. How are you doing? You guys, please go check out Seacross. Who streams a wide variety of games. Ugh, bumblebees. You quickly get dressed and prepare to take care of the most important business of the morning. My toilet doesn't have a key in the tank, just saying. Oh dear. Looks like someone left you a little note. Get out. Oh yeah, you were saying that on stream. Yeah, congratulations on winning that, Seacross. I hope you enjoy Treasure in the Royal Tower. Well, all except the leaf puzzle. Evidence, yes. Yeah, still won't turn off the lights. I left a note on the toilet bowl. Get out. Head back up. Oh, well, look who's woken up. It's Ben Jordan. Good morning, sunshine. Are you okay, Simon? You seem a bit upset. Me? Upset? No, not at all. I'm just a bit confused at the fact that this bloody door here seems to have shown up out of nowhere. Oh, he's right. I see. So I see. Have you opened it yet? No, not yet. Alice suggested waiting. She doesn't think it would be a good idea to go inside, but I'm getting a bit impatient. Well, it wouldn't be a good idea to do anything rash. Rash? Let me ask you something. Have you been up downstairs today, Ben? No, I just got up a couple minutes ago. Why? Well, I'll do you a favor and let you know. The front door is locked. Locked? Yes, locked. As in, we're trapped in here like bloody rats with some psychopath ghost who's getting his jollies by fucking with our minds. Calm down, Simon. The last thing we need is one of us to lose our heads. Oh yeah, great choice of words there, Ben. Wonder if this one was inspired by 5 Days a Stranger. Yeah. Well, two of them are British. One of them is German, and the other two are Americans. Ben and Alice are American. Dragon of the West crawling around the vents. Fine, fine. Hey, Alice, want to go risk your life? Oh, hi, Ben. Hey there, Alice. Alice, I'm a little concerned about Simon. What's wrong? Well, I just saw him and he seemed really upset. He didn't seem like himself. I mean, so far he's been pretty calm and collected. Maybe he's just showing his true colors. You think so? No, but it's a possibility. I'm really starting to get sick of people saying they're one thing and then turning out to be something else. Well, you could try talking to him and seeing what's wrong. Yeah, good idea. Well, yeah, but this isn't the Wild West, Yakmans. We don't always carry guns on our hips in America these days. You know, we put them in our pocket. You know. Heck, they even have suit coats that you can just reach into and pull out a gun. You've seen the 1940s movies. You know what it's like. Have you seen the new door outside? Yeah, I was the first one to notice it this morning. Simon came along and wanted to look inside, but I suggested waiting until everybody woke up so we could decide what to do. These aren't guns, these are window blinds that... Oh, I didn't notice the rifles on the back of the window blinds. Shoot. Stand corrected. Is that about the chair? I don't know, but the cushion has an oddly lumpy texture. I should look into that after stream. Have you heard anything about Madame Tilly? I haven't checked on her today. As far as I know, she's sleeping in Otto's room. I hope she's okay. That seance really seemed to take a lot out of her. You haven't by any chance gotten any strange messages on your bathroom mirror, have you? No. Why do you ask? I woke up this morning and found the words "Get Out" written on my mirror in a red substance. What? Yeah, it wasn't exactly a welcome sign. My God, it's just getting scarier by the minute. Can only... Oh good, I don't want to make anybody do a spit take on their computer. So, are you telling the truth, Alice? Or did Jordan Peele pay a visit to you as well? Alright, she's not in there. Ah, Mr. Jordan, how may I help you? Yeah, it happens, Exceedingly famous horror directors drop by your house, write a message on the mirror. Yeah. I got a pretty nice one from Wes Craven the other day. He said, "Stop buying goddamn used copies of my movies on VHS. Buy the new Blu-ray so my estate gets some of the money, you jerk." He left a message, "Look in the toilet." Hey, it's a key. Better a spit take than a shiitake, right? To kill you softly. See how the madam looks. Oh, she's asleep. Hey, Otto, can we talk? Yes, how can I help? Yeah, someone's got to buy the VHS, or the Goodwills and Salvation Armies of the world just keep filling with them until they explode. Does that old Salvation Army song go? Put a used horror VHS in the drum, save another drunken bum. Wait, that doesn't scan. Is Madame Tilly all right? As you can see, she's been sleeping for over 18 hours now. The seance did not agree with her at all. However, I do not think it did any damage to her mind. Oops. How's the research going? Quite well. So far, I've managed to get a lead on the technique Simon referred to last night. It should only be a matter of time before I find something concrete. That's great news. You see the door in the hall? I've seen 5 of them, Ben. Which one? The one that didn't used to be there. No, I'm afraid I haven't yet left my room today. You say a new door has just appeared? Yeah, between my room and Simon's room. Second-hand treasures. We help everyone. We might sell you too. That'd be fun to run a second-hand store. Except then I just want to keep half of everything we got. Very curious. This morning I found the words "get out" written on my bedroom mirror. Did you see who or what wrote it? No, I didn't. It was just there. Very strange. Not only that, but the front door is locked. I get the unpleasant feelings that this nameless horror is going to express its displeasure at our being here more frequently. However, if the horror wants us to get out, why would it lock our only means of escape? I think the message on my mirror may have been written by one of the friendly spirits. It is a possibility. You do, yeah, so much cool stuff passes by, you want to keep it. Yeah, it would be interesting to run a pawn shop. Killing you softly. Don't be rude. Maybe we should give Migsy a call. Right, yeah. Stolen goods do tend to end up in pawn shops. Consignment shops would be too easy to trace. $7428 $4,800. That's odd. Miggs isn't answering. Perhaps he's dead. Or perhaps he's off buying rare books. Perhaps he's off buying rare books from the dead. Those are called estate sales, and they can be lovely. Yeah. Odd, isn't it? Odd indeed, Dojilon. Odd indeed. Yeah, you've been to one or two. That's where I got my copy of Super Harrier VGA. The only video game in the whole estate sale. Nothing interesting. Yeah. Of course, I haven't played it because, you know. The flight sim. Who has time to play those things? The manual is like 200 pages thick. Oh, you and your wife enjoy going to estate sales and garage sales, killing you softly. Yeah, the thing about estate sales is they tend to have so much more stuff. Yeah, I say that as though I've been to more than one or two. Oh, looking for cool stuff in the old boxes of toys. Simon? Yes, what is it? Great retro games, those are my favorites. About that door that just appeared. What about it? What do you think? I think it's the doing of whoever haunts this house. I also think it's pretty damn scary. Did you by any chance have any strange messages in your room today? No, can't say I did. Why? Someone or something wrote "get out" on my bathroom mirror. Well, that's not surprising, given the phenomenon we've experienced. A phenomena. At least you didn't get a bloody shower. Simon, are you okay? You seemed really upset earlier. You know, if there's anything wrong, you can tell me. Oh, yes. Never mind that. I apologize for how I acted. I should have been less aggressive towards you. Okay. It's just that in the few years I've been a ghost hunter, I've never experienced anything like this. I guess I just let it get to me. Anyway, we need to do something about that door that just popped up. Yes, I agree. I think we should just open the door and see what there is inside. Now that's what I wanted to hear. Let's go have a look then, shall we? Ooh. Right then, let's see what this new door is hiding. Ready when you are, Sergeant Pembry. I almost murdered you. Oh, another possessed ghost hunter. Grey White Knoll, this mysterious door just appeared in the night, and Simon and I are going to investigate it. And hopefully not die. Bloody hell, it certainly is dark in here. I can't even tell how big the room is. Doesn't look too big. I think I see a wall just a few feet ahead. Those are some, long feet, Simon. Simon, wait. What? Don't wander off too far. I don't trust this room. Something about it doesn't feel right. Don't worry. I'll give you a shout when I reach the other end of the room. Oh, don't be impetuous. Simon? Shit. And Simon's gone. I wonder what Madame Tilly Rosenquist did with that candle, because I could sure use it right about now. Yeah. Classic Simon, just disappearing like that. Yeah, you know, Stock. Maybe he's going to try and get out of the room on the other side. Come back inside, finish off Madame Rosenquist. A few feet. Wait. Simon? Where the hell could he be? It's like literally nothing here. Uh-oh. I don't believe this. Now the door is gone. What's going on here? I feel like at this point I would call for help. Yeah, no service. Figures. Damn horror learned how to block cell signals. And now there's a door here. It's not as bad as the back rooms. I haven't played any of those games yet. Upon entering this room, you are taken aback by its size. Wow, these feel really tiny. Yeah, those Nokia phones don't get good reception in these strange voids. Oh, you're going to try and beat Alone in the Dark, killing you softly. Yeah, that's a tough one. I beat it. I played it on stream like 3 Spooktobers ago. It's is it more difficult than 2 and 3? Maybe. Well, not more difficult. Maybe it's more difficult to figure out than 2. I don't know. It's an interesting game. My God, this room is bigger than the entire house. How is that even possible? Yeah.
Hopefully you enjoy that, Kill You Softly. It definitely has its good points. Oh, you should try and download if you have it on GOG or if you're going to an abandonware site, try and download the CD version because it has voice acting. Non-Euclidean. Yeah, it was really gigantic stock. Oh god, is this going to turn into one of these Alien Storm final boss levels? Oh, do you drink something? Thanks. Yeah, since chat's frozen on OBS. Since OBS has officially crashed right now, even though it's still broadcasting. Thank you, Stock. Alice? Ben. Something terrible has happened. What is it? Simon disappeared. What do you mean he's disappeared? I was looking around inside the new door, and he went ahead of me, and when I went to look for him, he'd vanished. Something's not right in there. Doors and rooms keep shifting around. So what do we do now? Let's go tell Otto about the situation. Okay, good plan. So he just vanished into thin air? Yep, just like that. That is very peculiar. If what you describe is accurate, the space inside the series of rooms you were in is inexplicably larger than the area of this house. I read about this phenomenon once. A man disappeared as well. The house seemed to swallow him into a void. Oh, nice. Gonna cook some dinner. Awesome. I hope you and your family have a good dinner. Yeah, you believe they want to eat. Just, just throw some cans of soup at them. They'll find the can opener. Oh yeah, the way it's frozen. But, I don't think... Oh yeah, Great White Knoll, Madam Tilly is... Lodenquist is still sleeping. But I don't think there's a difference in the story whether you pick Emily Hartward or Edward Carnby. I mean, I didn't play it through as Carnby, but... I don't know, I'd look that up to check, to be honest. So you're saying Simon is most likely dead? Unfortunately, the man who disappeared was never seen again. I'm afraid Simon may indeed be dead. Oh no. God damn it. All we were supposed to do was investigate a haunting, and it's ended up killing Simon and putting Madame Rosenquist into a coma. Now, Mr. Jordan, please calm down. I'm getting sick of this. I'm ready to pack up and just get the hell out of here. Mr. Jordan, this is not the way to handle things. I understand your pain. I recently lost my wife and 2 children in an automobile accident. Oh, I'm sorry. Do not be. We lose those we care about. Life is cruel that way. However, when tragedies occur, we cannot allow ourselves to be overcome with grief. It is necessary to carry on, no matter what the cost. You're right, Otto. I'm sorry I had that outburst. No, we may have lost Simon, but we still have a job to do. Just before you arrived, I found a link to a site describing how to establish contact with a spirit and drive it away. Okay, what do we have to do? First, we need to gather at the point where spiritual activity is most strong. The room on the top floor? Precisely. Okay, then what? We must somehow get the spirit's attention, then channel its energies to create a portal to send the spirit into the spirit netherworld. Whoa, that sounds pretty complicated. Do not worry about it, Mr. Jordan. This is my field. However, I will need Alice's training as a parapsychologist to assist me. Of course, Otto. Anything I can do, let me know. Miss Wilkins, you and I must prepare everything for the summoning and driving away of the spirit. Mr. Jordan, I'm putting you in charge of finding a way into the room. All right, I'll see what I can do. Very good. Miss Wilkins and I will be here. Let us know when you have found a way into the room. Good luck, guys. And to you as well. See you soon, Ben. Yeah, don't want to go in there by ourselves. But one of those other doors could conceivably have led to the inside the room. What do I have in my inventory? Not much. Nothing new here. More decorative lamps. Are they more decorative lamps, or are they more lamps that are decorative? Or lamps that are more decorative, I should say. We may never know. True stock, it is getting late. I think we should just finish this and then call it a night. You won't be able to Delaware St. John that door. Now that I've officially decided that's a verb, I use it every chance I get. Didn't think it would work. Oh. Could have known it didn't work before you tried it. Thanks, dog. Really liked those games. I wonder if we'll ever get a fourth. Fully searched the books on the bottom floor, did I? I'm gonna take a look under that trap door again. Right. A skeleton key. Great white knoll. We've run into skeleton keys in games before. No, that's a classic. Just noticed. Yeah, he walks behind. Oh my, he walks through the space, the gap in the floor. House of Leaves by Mark D. Danielewski. Mark Z. Danielewski. Pentatonic Perils by A. Slot. Oddly enough, none of the titles on the paranormal book seem interesting. Harlequin Romance, encyclopedias. Alright, we tried to read the AGS book before. You pull the book off the shelf and flip through it. Interesting, but now you've got this damn tune stuck in your head. This book won't come off the shelf. Oh well. Imagine an earworm so powerful you merely need to look at it. I do remember seeing a movie once in which they used the sheet music. They proved the sheet music for a song was as powerful as the song. Oh no, it's this one. Yeah. We're not going to cut the book off the shelf? 4469 0976. Damnation. Huh. That time my overlay got in the way. Oh, thank God, Percy. Oh, we're not going to ask for help, you know. Battering ram, maybe? Back so soon? Hey, Ben. Could we talk for a minute? Exactly how are we going to get the ghost out of the house? It's more than just getting it out of the house. We will be sending it to another dimension. Oh, right. According to what we've been reading, opening up a portal to this so-called dimension of death is just a matter of turning the spirit's energies against it. You mean just yelling at it to go into the light? Something like that, only not as diplomatic. I sure hope this works. It must. Suppose that's better than grabbing a magic tie. Is Madame Tilly getting any better? She has not done much for the past couple of hours. I'm starting to get a little worried about her, actually. Do not worry too much. Once we expel the spirit, she will be fine. Her hypersensitivity seems to be preventing her from making a recovering right now, since the horror is sending out negative energies. I can't help but feel somehow responsible for what happened to Simon. Well, you are. It's your fault, Ben. Don't blame yourself. There was nothing you could have done. I could have stopped him from going ahead by himself. Miss Wilkins is right. Simon was a very strong-willed person. If he wanted to go ahead alone, you would not have been able to hold him back. Please, do not feel responsible. It is in no way your fault. Thanks, guys. I guess you're right. How? Here. Yeah, the room is empty because its occupant is dead in a void. Seriously, why wouldn't we just break into Simon's room and search at this point?
Make sure he didn't have the key. God, you're so polite, Ben. Huh? It's Percival Jones. I've done the research you requested. That's great. What did you find out? Well, most of what I discovered was pretty well-known information, which I'm sure you are already aware of. However, there was one particular piece of information that you may be interested in. I'm listening. It seems that several years ago, some of the windows in the house were painted over to prevent people in the street from seeing inside. Oh, I thought that was just grime. It's more than just that, however. In certain rooms, the windows aren't really windows at all. That is to say, the panes are just facades. So what are they really? That's the interesting part. They're just pieces of cardboard. Cardboard? That's ridiculous. How does that keep the rain out? I hardly believe it myself, but apparently it's only the windows that don't get much rain. I don't know if this will benefit you in any way, but I thought you ought to know. No, I'm sure it will come in handy. Thanks, Professor. You're quite welcome. Goodbye, Mr. Jordan. It's been a pleasure knowing you. You give the window a quick shove and are slightly surprised to find it flies out of the frame and floats gently down to the street below. Jumping out the window isn't a great idea. It's a long drop. Yeah, burn the windows to test them. I've seen this done in a Tintin book, so I know it works. That doesn't seem to work. It's dark, but through the open window you can see the building across the way and a small ledge outside. Oh. I did think I might as well check my toilet. Can we use to cross it? Oops. I mean, can we pull the ladder up from the trapdoor? Nah. Yeah. So that's a real window. I think anything up there would help us. Oops. Yeah, that's all part of the bookshelf. Nothing inordinately useful here. There's no reason why there'd be anything in this room. Yeah. Unless... Yeah. I mean, we might as well tell the others. I'll try their window too. Yeah. Not even going to try that window. Yeah. We don't trust them enough to tell them the secret of the windows. Suitcases? Yeah. It makes you feel better about wearing the same outfit 3 cases in a row now. Books. Yeah. Yeah, no, I started at a bloody reasonable hour stock. It happens on occasion. Oh, and alone in the dark. Yeah. Right, yeah, right away. Things trying to attack you in the attic. It's like if you don't cover up their entrances. Yes. We must be very polite. What would Emily Post do in a haunted house? Oh, right, you fell in that hole on the 2nd floor, like in the hall. Was it in the hallway? Wait, window sill. Ah. I must be crazy on doing this. I'll probably just finish this game and then call it a night, so not that too long stock. Not that much longer, I think, stock. Oh god, I hope it doesn't. Considering we've got, how many points do we have? 88 out of 100? 107. Yeah, I think we're getting close. If it takes more than another hour, then maybe we'll finish this and Nancy do another night. In case I die. It's like, you can't go that way. That would be silly. Drain pipe. There's some games, if you try to walk past it, you'd trip over it and fall to your death. Right, I was thinking that, yeah. Grabbing this tie to cross over. It's a little loose. Joey. You're already broken enough. Don't make it any worse. Yeah, you gotta think of the resale value. For the next family of antiquarian booksellers. No, we didn't die that time.
The ghost took your face. Wait, that's just your face. It's a mirror. Why have we take drain pipe? Ooh. I mean, that's not going to be enough to smash the padlock. Otto, Alice, look what I have. Part of a broken drain pipe. Isn't it spectacular, guys? They are not excited. Could. Maybe I'll just try bashing it. Tell the ghost to pipe down. Operation Woodchuck. Right, look. This is... Oops. Yeah. Just waiting for me to find a way into that room. And if I get killed in the meantime, so be it. No, we never did get Alice to confess that. We just assumed it was the grime in the tank and the key. You muster. You gather up all your strength and prepare to hit the lock as hard as you can. To your slight surprise, the padlock breaks off and the door creaks open. Ooh. May not have been the wisest idea, but... Odd marks. There's some odd markings on the wall. They look like scratch marks with a dried, dark red substance on them. You just shudder to think that a man jumped out of it, only to be impaled on the spikes below. Running your fingers across the marks, you realize they were made by human fingers. The rope connected to the bell. Oh, that's a louder bell than I anticipated. I'm trying to pick up the broken padlock, because there's no reason to. Could we talk for a minute? Oh, in Leisure Suit Larry 7, he says, "Yeah, baby," every time he gets a point. I haven't actually played any of the Leisure Suit Larry games, but I do like this ghostly noise. Well, I did it. I managed to get down the door to the horror room open.
Really? That's great. How did you manage it? It's amazing how far a little rage and a metal pipe can take you. So let us all go upstairs and see what we can do about this ghost. Ooh, 100. It feels strange in here, almost like the air was charged with electricity. Yes, I feel it too. We are definitely not alone here. So how do we get the attention of the horror? That's what we were researching. Otto and I found 2 ancient texts, one to summon spirits and another to open a gateway to the dimension of death. The summoning must be performed by a female and the portal opening by a male. That's interesting. Those crazy ancients knew their stuff, didn't they? Indeed. Whenever you're ready, Miss Wilkins. Alice prepares herself, and begins chanting a verse in Latin. Tempus aeternum mortis, quis hoc eventum evecta. Nothing seems to be happening. Well, I'm kind of relieved, actually. I was worried some floating skeleton in an apron and a machete was going to materialize and kill us all. Okay, I think this was influenced by 5 Days a Stranger. Suddenly you hear footsteps coming up the stairs. Listen, someone is coming. Get ready. Who knows what might come through that door? Simon? No. Oh, Madame Rosenquist, you're feeling better? Alice? I don't know about you, but right now the last word I would use to describe her is better.
Silence, mortals! I warned you, but still you insisted on staying in my house. Now that I have possessed the body of this human, I can destroy you all as I should have done when you first arrived.
Otto, quick, open the portal.
Cuido pronto est. Silence!
Keep it up, Otto. I can handle this.
Semper vi priam. Out of my way, mortal!
Alice!
Septum mort sub esti. You may have opened the portal, but we shall see how long it lasts after I've killed you.
Yeah, Alice is dead. Oh no. I can distract her.
Ah, my ears! That cursed bell!
You prepare to deliver a swift blow to Madame Tilly's midsection with the pipe.
But it looks like we got. Mr. Jordan, you did it. You sent the horror through the portal.
Yeah, but we're not out of the woods yet. Check and see if Madame Tilly is okay. I have to find out if Alice is still alive.
I will meet you downstairs.
I don't think it likely. Alice? Alice, you're okay? But how? Simon, you're alive. It would appear so, yes. Well, after we got separated inside that crazy series of rooms, I got stuck in a huge room without doors for some time. I'd all but given up and figured I was going to starve to death when all of a sudden I found myself outside the house. Just as I happened to be flying out the window. Luckily for Alice, I looked up and saw her falling towards me, at which point my reflexes kicked in and I caught her. That's amazing. So, did you get rid of the horror? Yes, but I'll tell you guys all about it later. Right now, all I want to do is get out of this house. Amen to that. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Yeah, the past few days have definitely been out of the ordinary. I assume Mr. Miggs was pleased that you got rid of the house of the ghost. Oh yeah, he was pretty happy about it. He was also pretty happy about all of us surviving, especially after I told him about all the close calls we had. So, have you got any plans for what you'll be doing next? I don't know. I was talking to Simon and Alice, and the three of us came to the conclusion that we'd like to join up and solve a case together sometime. I intend to take them up on that offer sooner rather than later. I see. Well then, Mr. Jordan, I believe congratulations are in order for another case solved. Right, he's finally going to Japan, and I of course wish you luck on any future cases you undertake. Thanks for your hospitality and all your help, Professor Jones. I'll be in touch. That's right, Mr. Jordan. You certainly will be. You guys want to bet there's going to be a post-credit scene. Oh, a slot. That was the joke. The music book. The library. Or the front room, whatever it's called. Alright. Missed 1 point. Guess we gotta replay the game. I don't know where the guy who made it is from. Francisco Gonzalez. I don't know if it's from Spain or Latin America. Or if he grew up, it's just his family is from there. Huh. Thank you for playing. Oh, that game just says closed on us. Well then. Oh, shoot, will this still work? Oh, good. I can switch scenes in OBS without it. It's weird that it's just chat. Back to DOSBox. Right. Yes, yeah, those games would. It would be funny when the games would quit suddenly. Yeah, like. Sometimes they do that. Like, usually there's supposed to be an abrupt ending within the game. And it's like back to DOS. That was Ben Jordan, number 4. The horror at number 50. And it was good. I thought it was more polished and a little more serious than some of the other games. But it does kind of seem like the guy who made them was learning as he went on to each new installment. I assume, if I haven't played the original version of the first one. Oh, so you wouldn't have to wait for the credits. Yeah. Then let's sit through the credits, and then there's no bonus after them. But Ben will have other cases. Yeah, it's late. I got work and life and other nightmares. So no Nancy Drew tonight. But we'll finish it sometime soon. I should find somebody to raid. Excuse me. That's what's coming up on stream next. Well, Wednesday, I just went ahead and bought a copy of Doom 3 and Resurrection of Evil on Humble, because it was only $3. And I'm like, I can do that. And so, looks like we will be playing, assuming I gotta install and make sure it works, but hopefully we'll be playing Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil on Sunday. Yeah, have a good night, Stock. You too, killing you softly. My pleasure. Then Saturday we'll continue Haunted PS1 Demo Disc 2021. Sunday? I don't know. I'll have to start something else. Maybe I'll see if I have time to get Resident Evil 2 working. Yeah, like now's a good time to be taking on more stuff. We'll figure out what we're going to play then. Maybe I'll do just another adventure or a text adventure. We'll see. Thanks, Big Fatty, you as well. And then next week I'm going to try and start reading a new audiobook on stream from the public domain. And someday we'll finish the Ben Jordan series, one assumes. Now, who's online? It's so weird, like my stream manager on Twitch doesn't seem to know that I'm online, but a weird limbo space anyway. I haven't rated Newcomb before. Oh dear God, someone's playing Nerves of Steel. Why? I don't know, Stock. It's this issue we've had before, but it's like chat freezes on OBS and won't let me interact with it, and then a pops up that says, here it is. Whoops, OBS has crashed. Would you like to copy the crash log to your clipboard? That crash log will be saved to. And then a bunch of gobbledygook. So, now I'll research it. Oh, Breeze is online. Oh, but Asmodon is online. I don't think we've ever gotten to raid Asmodon online before, but he's raided us before. And he's playing Helldivers. Oh, right, it won't let you do that from within chat on Stream Manager. Why? I doubt it. That would be funny, though. Take a quick gander. Wait, there is. Wait, that's me. Never mind. Of course, they haven't selected the actual game, then we might not know that they are playing it. Try searching for the words in quotes. No, it's just giving me a dozen streamers named Jordan. And my stream. And politicians reacting to Ben Shapiro and Jordan Peterson. Asmodon it is. I should be able to trigger a raid from here. Ben Jordan Peterson. It's a crossover. Wait, which one of these damn things? Oh, Oh, it's a parachute. Got it. I'm telling it to start the raid, but it's not letting me start the raid. Oh. If it won't let me do it through Stream Manager at all, then I don't know if it's physically possible. No, I don't know if my phone would get Twitch. It's conceivable. I don't know. Yeah, I need to log on with that. Okay. Let's just go. I'll just tell everybody. Let's just head over to Asmodon's stream and type unofficial purblind raid. Oh, Lucky Charms. Not the healthiest of breakfast cereals. So, yeah. Everybody head over to Asmodon and type, if you feel like it, say hello, or type unofficial purblind raid or something. Sorry about that. But, bloody annoying. Oh. Oh, right. I mean, right, because I can't assume that everybody is on Twitch and can just type, like, the username and then find them that way. Hold on. Yeah, that works. I hope that everybody has a good night. Thank you all for coming to hang out. Happy St. Patrick's Day. You can follow me on Twitter and MySpace. Say hello to Asmodon. Beware the horrors that throw people out of windows. And see you guys on Wednesday for the Resurrection of Evil, the Doom 3 expansion pack that I've never played. And remember, OBS needs to get its shit together. Alright. Oh, right. There's no countdown. Well, I'm stopping stream now. Say hi to Asmodon. Good night, everybody.